Hello, and thank you for coming back and watching me do a demonstration on sharpening. The last video you may have watched, I sharpened an 1/8 of an inch chisel, and now I'm going from one extreme to another. I'm taking out the blade spacer because I'm going to sharpen a framing chisel. It's quite a lot bigger, as you can see. It's 85mm wide, weighs in at £5 I reckon, something like that. It's a real beauty. I've not used it in anger for making framed buildings, but it's for cleaning out deep mortises, long tenons, oak, softwood, but it's a heavy old duty tool. It must be an absolute pain to try and sharpen. I sharpen it with the Sharpedge, obviously. I'd love to see how anybody else sharpens one of these, but I've tried and not been very successful. Please get in touch with me and show me how you sharpen one of these. If it's an easier way, I'd love to know. But in the meantime, I'm going to show you how I sharpen it. I'm going to colour up the tip as before. I'm going to use the backing off tool to act as support. It's the same height as the base, and you can then balance this quite happily in a decent place. This is tail heavy. It will still lift up because the handle is well, there we go. Don't know if you can see all of that. Robert Sorby, beginning to wear out, I'm afraid, but it's a fair old beast, and that just sits neatly between the shoulders and resting on the backing off tool. This one's been ground down at just over 30 degrees. I honed the chisel, the 1/8 of an inch chisel, at 30 degrees, but this one obviously is going to be honed at a bit steeper, so I'm putting that up to 35. Put that down for a moment. Just check. I've got a 1500 grit in here. Still, because I'm only needing to touch this up because it's not been used in anger. I haven't got to go through all the grades. So there we go. It's supported on the backing off tool against that shoulder. Gentle lift of the top slider and just slide that along. So I'm just sliding it along the shoulder, and just to touch the, I'm not forcing it, just touching that, and then a few strokes across the face, and you should be able to see where the pen was, and I've just honed that edge up to 35 degrees. I'm going to put in a 1500 grit, the spare one that I have for convenience, into the backing off tool, just to remove a slight burr that will be raised. Place that back for support. Go through the same process again, up against the edge of the shoulder there, and lift of the top slider gently in against. You don't need to force it. You shouldn't need to force any of your tools. If you're forcing your tools, you're not using it properly. There we go. Now I'm going to put in a microfoil, the blue, which I put onto the back of the 400 grit, and I'm going to use that just to start buffing up the back. Now that I've taken the burr off, you can take a lot longer on doing this, really bring up a polish. I'm going to the 5 micron now, the brown, which I've stuck to the back of the 800 grit. And I hope that you might be able to see a bit of a polish coming up on the back of this. And then I'm going to finish it off with the 3 micron, which I've stuck to the back of the 1500 grit. And ultimately finish it off on my leather strop. to make sure the wire burr has been fully removed. And then there we have it. And just to see if I've succeeded, on my fingers, there we go. You can see that we're beginning to have quite a useful edge on there. So that's how I sharpen a slick or framing chisel on the Sharpedge. I hope that's been of some assistance to you, and comments welcome. Thanks very much for watching. Be back soon. Bye.